What's going on, guys? Back with another video. So we got some breaking news here today. So Mr. Sunshine Baby posted this here. I can't remember which article this is from or which media website this is from. But either way, Jenni Byrne states she will not lead the Conservative Party in the next federal elections. Will the CPC start to heal? Now, for those of you who didn't know who Jenni Byrne was, she was the campaign manager who was kind of overseeing the whole political campaign. We heard rumors that, there were people who tried to contact them to go on certain podcasts. I guess she rubbed them the wrong way. People were very offended by her. I don't know the whole story, but it just seemed like there was a problem with her strategies. So it says here, Jenni Byrne says she will not lead next Conservative campaign, fires back at critics. Byrne, a top advisor to Pierre Poilievre and one of the most influential players in the Conservative Party of Canada, will step back into a smaller role in federal politics. So she's not removing herself completely from politics, but she will definitely be playing a very small role, if any role at all, leading up to the next federal election. And then I have something here. It's a video from someone named Linda who posted this. Now, before we get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like, share this video. It really helps me out a lot, and I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. And she says Jenni Byrne is lying. The Conservative base has not commented on her hair, weight, or sex life. We want to know why she lost again and where all the money is. And this is a video from Stephen Taylor, who says Conservative campaign manager Jenni Byrne opens up about life in the spotlight. So it looks like she's kind of playing the blame game here. So let's have a look at what she has to say, then we'll talk about it after.
Well, I start by saying, as Hyman Roth said in The Godfather, this is the business we choose.
Right.
So I understand that, winning is always better than losing. I do find it strange or perplexing that in all the years that I've been involved in politics, I've never seen post-campaign analysis focused on a campaign manager as much as what it has on me. Mm-hmm. And, I'm not going to call out campaign managers, and not just from my party, but from, friends that I have in other parties who have made what I would say actually controversial decisions for like Hail Marys for leaders that they worked for.
Yep.
I do find it perplexing. I don't think that being a woman has, as I said, affected, I was 34 years old when I ran my first campaign. And so I don't think it's affected the lead up to the campaign or the campaign, but the post analysis is a bit weird. And I know that like my sister will send me stuff, and it's people who will comment on everything from my hair to my weight to my sex life,
right?
To and it's just it just seems very strange and bizarre to me.
Well, that was kind of a strange and bizarre answer, to be honest with you. I mean, and like Linda said, that this wasn't about your hair, your weight, your sex. We don't care about any of that. She lost for the fourth time in a row. Right? I mean, this is a results-based business, as most businesses are. You got to get it done. When you lose 4 times in a row, there's going to be a call for change. And now there is a call for change. Now, again, I've heard rumors, maybe she was rude to certain people. What's his name from the who owns Rumble? I guess they contacted the campaign office. She was apparently rude to them. That's just a rumor I heard. They wanted Don Jr. to come down or come up here and have a meeting with Pierre, and I guess they rejected it and were not very polite to him. I don't really care about that too much. Pierre Poilievre inserting himself, making him closer to Trump or anyone in the Trump family doesn't really help him. It bothers liberal voters more than anyone, but there's more liberals in this country, or people who default to liberals, than there are conservatives. So that could have actually affected swing voters in a more negative way. And, like people say, they blame Pierre for a lot of things, and there were some failures, don't get me wrong, but let's be honest, there were some good things the conservatives did too. I mean, 41% of the vote, that's the most they've ever got in my life. And they've won multiple majorities with less than that. Right? A lot of people look at 41% for the conservatives and they say, well, that's not very good. It's actually very, very, very good for the conservatives. But when the NDP, the other left-leaning, far left party, crashes out and most of their supporters go over to the Liberals, now it becomes like a 2-party race. And Canada, that's terrible for the Conservatives. If that's the case, Liberals are going to win every election. So if we're the conservatives, we also need the NDP to kind of figure their stuff out first as well, because they need a leader, they need some money, they got to pull their support back. But in terms of the conservatives, making a change makes sense because it's been failure after failure after failure after failure. You can't just, okay, we failed 4 times in a row. What should we do the 5th time? Oh, I know. We'll just use the same exact people in our campaign management team. You can't do that. There's got to be some changes. You lose 4 times. It's got nothing to do with your blonde hair or, your weight or who you're having sex. No one cares. And of course, it's the internet. There's animals out there. You'll see them even in my comment section. Sometimes people making fun of me. The way I haven't been on camera for a while, but people make fun of the way I look or the way, sometimes I stutter. I'm sure you guys all know that if you've watched this channel for a while. And sometimes you get crap for it, and it's like whatever. But the fact that she's bringing that up as like the reason why she is being criticized, it's like, no, it's because there's rumors going around that you're maybe not the nicest person and that you're not the friendliest person and that you're pretty rude and a lot of people don't like you. And maybe because you've lost 4 elections in a row, and again, it's not all her fault. The Trump thing, the Trudeau resigning, and the Liberals bringing in Carney, the NDP crashing out. There's a lot of factors that contributed to the Conservatives losing. But 4 elections in a row, like, you got to put that a bit on yourself. The NDP hasn't crashed out every time. There's been some pretty weak campaigns. Aaron O'Toole, for example, I thought he did a horrible job. She was the campaign manager. So a lot of it does have to fall on her. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good move to have Jenni Byrne step back or just be removed completely? According to her website, she's actually on a leave of absence. I don't know what that means. Is that like a nice way of kind of like slowly transitioning to stepping out completely? Or is she just going to take a very small role? Who knows, right? We'll see. But let me know what you guys think. I really enjoy engaging with you guys. And again, please don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back shortly with a new one.